Alright, the Toontown FY10-11 story. I'm a couple days late to talk about this because I've had so many other projects going on at the moment, but I did want to talk about this real quick because it is kind of exciting to talk about. For those who don't know, there was another big leak that happened. To, to basically sum it up, it's basically Pandora Part 2. Just so you guys understand that. If you don't know what Pandora was, it was a ton of documents and everything was leaked from Toontown Online. So anyways, we're going to be talking about this document that got leaked. This is the FY10 story. I'm going to go through each little slide here. Basically what this talks about is some of the new content that could have potentially been coming to Toontown Online before it closed. Sadly, we never got to see this project come to the light of the day because the game had its tragic end, but I'm going to do it anyways. So here we go. Let's talk about it. So it starts with Winter Holiday. Due to increased amounts of fun and craziness, scientists interested in laugh levels increasing silly, S-I-L-L-I, have determined the silliness in Toontown is rising. And you could tell that there's like some sort of silly meter thing. Looks like a knockoff, but whatever. Sillimeter appears. A sillometer TM is constructed to monitor this phenomenon. Curious Toons watches as it creeps towards the top. So basically, this is the silly meter. Many levels reach all-time high. When the silly meter shatters all previous records and explodes to new heights, Toontown becomes wackier than ever before. So the silly meter basically bursts in that picture, and that's super exciting. Animated props. Oh, we already saw this. Suddenly, the world becomes alive as fire hydrants, trash cans, mailboxes, and buildings join the Toons in their battle against the Cogs. There was an unused dancing, wiggling building model that never made its way to the final game, but what we did experience was the animated objects that actually made the game worse because it showed the it showed the object before the battle even started, so more Cogs could join the fight. Anyways, visual events in game. The Cogs see this outrageous new Toontown, and they are not pleased. A counter-strike must be made. So basically, we've made it to the point where the silly meter released in Toontown Online, and we got the animated street objects, and then nothing else happened. So improved cog building takeovers. The cogs retaliate by beefing up their building takeovers into deluxe cog dominant. Let's see, how do I say it? Dominiums? Dominums? Who knows? Domino's Pizza, which are now more elaborate and more dangerous. So basically, new cog buildings were supposed to release, which was exciting. Then we get avatar accessories and expressions. To fight back, the Toon Council begins issuing new, sillier gear to everyone. Excited Toons line up to join the cause. So, we did experience new accessories. Like, I think that was in I think that was maybe even 2010. Not too sure. But we did experience accessories, but apparently they were going to release even more sillier, wackier accessories. And it says, "We need you." So next we get Toonier than ever before. The happy animated props in Zany new Toonie forms, should just call them, Tooniforms, create an unstoppable onslaught of silliness that sends the cogs reeling. So, that's pretty cool. It's like this big team up, like a revolution starting. Then we get to teasing FY11. And it shows a cog talking about, that's a diagram of cogs fighting Toons. The cogs on the right, the Toons on the left. Frustrated and fuming, the cogs grind their mechanical teeth and plot their next move. And as they do, we move on to the next one. A mysterious cog figure, I wonder who that is, who up until now has remained in the shadows, decides it is time to finally reveal himself. It's the chairman. Next slide, and the final slide. And when the dark shadow of this supreme cog ruler falls over the land, Toontown will never be the same. And that's pretty much it for the what's it called? It keeps changing. FY10-11 story. FY1011 story. Toontown and beyond. And this is canon. This was found in I just called Pandora Part 2. This was supposed to come to Toontown Online. And to continue on from this last picture, from like when the Dark Shadow goes over Toontown, obviously I think there was going to be some cog invasions to start. Probably the cogs were going to get stronger in a sense. But what I then assumed was going to happen next was, since it's a shadow, obviously the Toon Resistance is going to try to track down where that shadow is coming from, and then that's what would probably lead to Cognation, maybe even another page on the sticker book. So, who knows? This is what was supposed to come to Toontown Offline, or at least it was just a concept. But honestly, I think this was going to come to Toontown Online for real, because we saw there was the silly meter, there was the animated props. I know that we didn't get improved cog building takeovers, but what we did get was field offices, and I don't know if that was the same thing or not. Um, and then better accessories were supposed to come, and then the Cog Shadow was going to come, and then from that point on, I feel like Cognation could have been a strong idea. But again, I want to hear what you guys have to say about this. The fact that this was supposed to actually be in Toontown Online, this was supposed to be the future of Toontown. I think Toontown Rewritten should definitely look into this and maybe think about making this a future project, like far beyond the new playground, the executive office. This is something that would be so many years down the line, in my eyes, because, they're a little slow with releasing updates, but things have changed. But yeah, just tell me what you guys think in the comments down below. I know I'm a little late to address this, but I did want to make a video on it because I did think it was really cool. So anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. I'm actually losing my voice a little bit. I haven't ate breakfast yet. So yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Toontown Gamer says goodbye.